finds out she's going to be morphing into one a week before prom. Needless to say, I got the brunt of the blame, even though I'd like to, again, point out it was Magnus who made the actual mistake. Luckily for everyone involved, Magnus was able to make it all work out. The two of them located the only thing able to cure new vampires. The Holy Grail. And bang, boom, Sunny's human again, just in time for prom. Okay, it was a little more complicated than that, but you get the picture. In addition, she's suddenly head over heels for Magnus, the master of the Blood Coven, and they start the interspecies dating thing. Things didn't go so fairy tale for me, at least at first. Not only did I lose my chance to become a vampire, but our drama teacher, Mr. Typhert, suddenly informed me that I'm destined to become the next vampire slayer. Yes, the girl voted most likely to go vamp has now been charged with slaying them for a living. Blech. Luckily, as you know, Slayer Inc. is usually a pretty upstanding organization. They only ask us to slay the bad vamps, not the upstanding ones who play by the Vampire Consortium rules. For my first assignment, I teamed up with Jareth, the Blood Coven general, to infiltrate a seedy blood bar and stop its owner from spreading a nasty blood virus. Jareth wasn't so happy at first to be teamed up with a slayer. After all, his whole family was killed by slayers back in the day. But in the end, he came around. We saved the day and fell in love. And I finally got my wish, too. Remember that day last spring when I was completely dying of a mysterious illness? And remember how I was miraculously cured? Well, wonder no more. That was the day I became a vampire. And thanks to a weird mutation due to the blood virus in my veins, I became one of the very few vampires not allergic to the sun, which is useful in carrying out my Slayer Inc. duties. Anyway, you pretty much know the rest. How you and Dad sprung the news that we're not mortals at all, but actually fairy princesses, and how we had to hide out at Riverdale Academy, a school for slayers, while the two of you went off to talk the Light Court into letting us live normal lives. Ha ha, if only you knew. Unfortunately, Riverdale had some deadly secrets of its own, namely a fringe group of slayers called the Alphas, who were determined to take over the world. They captured me and planned to drain my fairy/vampire blood to create a powerful hybrid army of Vamshies. Their word, not mine. If it wasn't for Sunny's bravery during a showdown in Tokyo, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. And they'd be in charge. You'd be proud of her, Mom. Really proud. Sadly, not everyone shares the sentiment. The power-hungry leader of the Vampire Consortium, Pyrrhus, was furious at Sunny and Magnus for going against his orders and infiltrating the Alphas without permission. He wanted war, not a peaceful solution, so he could reinforce the Consortium's dominance over the world. Now he's given orders to have them brought to justice, which I think is a fancy way of saying executed for treason. Sunny and Magnus had to escape in the dead of the night, and I have no idea where they went. I'm worried about them, Mom. Really worried. Please let me know if you hear anything. With love, Rayne. Chapter 1. Charles Typhert looks like your typical high school drama teacher. He's got wild black hair, thick glasses, and appears to have the inability to button his shirts correctly. And don't even get me started on his wacky ties. He walks around life with a slightly frazzled look on his often unshaven face. To the common passerby, he appears to have nothing more on his mind than how his students will perform on the opening night of the senior class production of Camelot. Certainly no one meeting Charles Typhert for the first time would ever guess that beneath that carefully structured, stereotypical, nutty drama teacher facade lies one of the top protectors of our generation. But indeed, Charles Typhert is that and more. He serves as vice president of Slayer Inc., an international conglomerate with a mission to keep the world